How many times have you or someone you know rushed into court just as the bailiff was saying, "All rise"? Or maybe you've entered an office right just in the nick of time before negotiations were supposed to begin or a deposition was supposed to begin. Or you've walked into your office in a hurry and your secretary goes, "Oh, Mr. Jones is waiting for you." You know, that feeling of being harried and hurried and just busy all the time actually infects your ability to be an effective lawyer, an effective business person, and an effective human being. And there is a simple solution. Hi, welcome to Front Porch Lawyer. I'm Francine, your host. After becoming a fully certified ski instructor, I became the lead trainer for brand new ski instructors at a major ski resort. I was tasked with training these brand new instructors on how to ski and teach like a certified ski instructor, and it was my job to get them ready for their first level of ski certification, as well as getting ready to deliver the lessons, great lessons for the holiday period, the busy period that was supposed to begin on December 26th. So there was limited time to train all of these new instructors, and sometimes I would have anywhere from a dozen to 24 skiers in my clinics. The one rule that I enforced was never to be running late. I told them being on time was late. It was their job to be early and waiting for me. When I showed up, I told them I would immediately move the group to that day's training area and I would not wait for anyone. And I enforced this. I didn't want to hear excuses, and they knew the time that they needed to be there, and they had to plan accordingly. Now, part of this training was to be an effective ski instructor because I wanted to make sure they never left a client waiting. It didn't matter if the client was an hour late, because that happened sometimes. It snowed and the roads were clogged up and clients were sometimes up to an hour, sometimes 2 hours late for their ski lesson. But the ski instructor could never be late. And sometimes clients would be early, and that's why you had to be earlier than that potential client, because you didn't want them coming a few minutes early and looking around, "Where's my instructor?" My rule and instruction to these ski instructors was based on how I practice law. When I share this with lawyers, often I get the excuses. "Well, the court ran late, so I couldn't do anything about it. That's why I was late for my client's appointment." That's an excuse. "My client's appointment ran over, and that was why I was late for my next appointment." Excuse. This happens to me in the doctor's office, and it makes me crazy. It's happened to you, the doctor's office, and I see red every single time. I know why it's happening in the doctor's office. They book people back to back. They don't leave any time for the doctor to spend an extra few minutes with any of their patients. And yet the doctor needs to spend those few extra times, and that's why they start running late after the first appointment. Because it makes me crazy when I show up at 1 o'clock for my 1:30 appointment, because my role is to be early, not just on time. And then it's now 3 o'clock and I'm still waiting for the doctor. And I'm telling you, doctors don't feel good about this either. They are frantic and stressed out because of this back-to-back appointment. The same thing happens to lawyers. When you overbook yourself and you don't leave adequate time for each event, you become harried, hurried, and relentlessly busy, and you get behind. You're actually behind your schedule. You can control this. On time is late. When I have a court appearance at 9 o'clock, I plan nothing before my 9 o'clock, and I leave early enough to show up at 8:30. I make sure I have ample time for traffic, accidents, or whatever one could anticipate, and I get there in plenty of time, early, because on time is late. When I have a client appointment at 1 p.m., I don't schedule another one at 1:30 or even 2 o'clock. I simply don't overschedule myself throughout the day. I leave room in my schedule for that inevitable, which every lawyer knows happens almost every single day. A couple of years ago, a lawyer had called me and scheduled an appointment for a consultation. I work with lawyers on this humanity of lawyering, ways to get control over frantic practices, feeling burned out and overworked. And we scheduled the call, and I called at the appointed time. I was told when I called that He was with a client, and his client appointment ran over and he couldn't talk to me. So I needed to reschedule my appointment with him. Would I use this online scheduler to do so? So I did. Then when that time came, I got a call from the office saying, we're sorry, he can't make the call because he's running late in court. He's stuck in court. So what's the time? My thought was, what's the point in having an online scheduler if the office has to call me to reschedule? That was the whole point. And this went on a few more times before we actually connected. This is overscheduling. Imagine if I had been a potential client. If I had been a potential client, I would have found another lawyer. I mean, there's over 1.3 million lawyers in this country. There's always another lawyer. What can you do to set yourself apart from lawyers who overschedule themselves? Remember, on time is late. Overscheduling makes you, at best, on time. And it probably means you're going to be late. So stop trying to schedule every single minute. Stop worrying about every billable minute. I'll tell you what, raise your rates and be of service to your clients. Raise your rates and develop champion clients. Make your clients number one. Don't overschedule and ever be late for a client. Don't keep any clients ever waiting. Don't make clients jump through hoops like this scheduling and then rescheduling and rescheduling. The result of all of that is you'll stop becoming hurried and harried and relentlessly busy, and you'll be early, not just on time to everything. You'll be calm, you'll feel better about yourself, and you will deliver much better service for your clients, and your clients will refer you to all of their friends. So go make today a great day and take steps to stay early and calm. And I'll see you back here at From Porch Lawyer.
Thank you.